It's December 5th in Germany. It's cheerful, wintry until dusk when Krampus runs around to each house, snatching up misbehaving children and taking them back to his cave to eat for dinner. The children leave shoes outside their door on December 5th for St. Nick to fill with presents and chocolates and goodies. December 6th is St. Nicholas Day. I will be informing you about Krampusnacht, St. Nicholas Day, and the Advent season in Germany. I come from German heritage. My grandmother is very German. She would cook a gingerbread cookie called Lebkuchen and send them in the mail to all of her children and grandchildren during the Christmas season. I first learned about Krampus and St. Nicholas Day and the Advent traditions in my German classes in high school. I took the German language for several years. I'm very pleased to inform all of you today about some of these fun German holidays. Let's begin with the most bizarre, which is Krampusnacht. Krampusnacht is on December 5th. It was originated from pagan folklore, and it was designed to scare misbehaving children. Much like Santa's going to bring you coal or you're on the naughty list in Western culture, if you were a misbehaving child in Germany, Krampus was going to come after you on December 5th. He is often depicted as this devilish beast man, which you can see on my t-shirt. He's furry, has the long tongue, the horns, hooves, and he's often depicted with a birch branch switch for whipping the children who are misbehaving for punishment, and then these baskets, he would stuff the children in those baskets and then carry them on his back and off and away to his lair so he could cook them and eat them for dinner. Since the 1800s, German folks have been sending greeting cards in the mail, much like Christmas cards, but this is meant more of a humorous gag gift, and they would say Gruß vom Krampus, which means greetings from Krampus, and that would get a good laugh. And on the night of December 5th, the community, some of them would dress up, especially high school kids, would dress up as Krampus, so there would be tons of people looking like Krampus, running around the streets, knocking on doors, pulling pranks, scaring children, and it's much fun for kids and adults alike. They would enjoy mulled wine and laughter in the streets. So after the festivities of December 5th and the scariness of Krampus, the next day, December 6th, is St. Nicholas Day. St. Nicholas is similar to the Western Santa Claus. He rewards good kids with treats and presents. He's the holiday gift giver. He does this by filling the shoes which are left outside on December 5th. So much like stockings that Santa fills, the kids would wake up on December 6th to their shoes being filled with presents. St. Nicholas is based off of a real 3rd century person. He was said to be very generous to the poor and loving children very much. One old story claims that St. Nicholas tossed a coin into the window of a poor man who needed the money to save his daughter from slavery. It's said that the coin landed in his shoes or stockings, which were laying out by the fire, and this is what started the tradition of children leaving out their shoes for St. Nicholas to fill with good fortune. Lastly, I'd like to discuss the celebration of Advent. Advent is celebrated through the 4 weeks and the 4 Sundays leading up to December 25th. Usually begins on December 1st, but it can also start a little earlier, as early as November 27th, because it's begun usually on the first Sunday or December 1st, whichever comes first. Americans might be very familiar with the Advent calendar, which was invented in Germany. This is typically and most commonly a piece of cardboard which has windows cut in. They're numbered 1 through 24, one for each day leading up to Christmas, and they are filled with usually little pieces of chocolate or an image or a little prize. And each day you're meant to open the window or the box and take out the little prize. They've become very elaborate in recent years. Some of them hang over the doors, or you can hang from wreaths and create your own Advent calendar. The other way to count down the Advent is through burning a candle. And most typically in homes, you have a long candle, which at the top would count down 1 to 24 all the way at the bottom. And it's meant to be burned each day and burned down each day leading up to Christmas, or really the birth of Jesus Christ on December 25th. The Advent is meant to remind Germans the true meaning of Christmas. So now I have informed you all a little bit more about the exciting and strange traditions in Germany for the holiday season. These were Krampusnacht, St. Nicholas Day, and the Advent celebration. I hope now you know a little bit more. You can tell your friends and family about Krampus and maybe send them a Gruß vom Krampus card. Thanks.